Hi guys, so today we will be performing an Anova on this data set on customer survey. So as you can see in this data set, we have five different columns. The first column is region, second column is quality, third column is of use, and fourth column is price, and fifth column is service. Now this data set shows us the the results of a satisfaction survey of customers. So the customers were able to give the score of quality, ease of use, price, and service from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. So we want to uh, test the hypothesis that there is no difference between the points given by customers to the four different service attributes. So quality, use of use, price, and service. The way we're going to do that is we're going to perform an ANOVA. First, we're going to go to data. We're going to select data analysis. And as you can see, the first one is ANOVA single factor. We're going to press OK. And then we're going to select our data set. That's so quality is the first one. We're going to press Control Shift and quality, Control Shift right arrow. That selects quality of use, price, and survey. And then we're going to press Control Shift down arrow. That selects all the rows that has numbers in it. So as you can see, it's selected from B3 from here to E203, E to the last row. Okay, and then we're going to press labels in first row because the first row contains qualities of use, price, and service. Those are our labels. And alpha is going to be 0.05. We're going to use alpha equals to 0.05. And we're going to put the results of ANOVA in a new worksheet. Okay, and we're going to name this worksheet to be ANOVA. All right, press OK. There you go. So let's look at the results first. We're going to expand it a little bit so that you can see everything. Okay. So as you can see, the first table here gives us the summary of the groups, qualities of use, price, and service. All of them have a count of 200. It gives you the sum, the average, and the variance. But what we're interested in is the ANOVA table. Here, the ANOVA table gives us the source of variation that is between the groups. That is the variation between the groups of qualities of use, price, and service. And it gives us also the within groups. This is the sum of squares within groups, sum of squares within between groups, and sum of squares within groups. The sum of squares within groups is the total sum of variation within the different groups. So within service, within price, within use of use, within quality. Okay, and then the DF is n minus 1. That is the number of groups minus 1 for between groups. So we have 4 groups here. So DF is going to be 4 minus 1. That's 3. And we have within the DF for within groups. That's going to be the total of all of this. That's 800 minus the total number of groups. That's 4. So that's 796. And MSC, this is mean squared error for between groups. That's just sum of squares between groups divided by the DF, that is 3. That is 55.505 divided by 3. And then we have MS within groups. That's just SS sum of squares within groups divided by the DF for within groups. So that's 621.65 divided by 796. Okay, and then we have F, which is calculated by MS between groups divided by MS within groups. And then we get the p-value, and then we get the F critical value. Now, if we were to use the p-value, well, before that, let's just write down the hypothesis. So our H naught is that we're gonna write mu for all the groups are equal. Okay, or I can write, it's gonna write it like this. We're gonna write it mean of all the groups are equal. And then our HA or H1 is going to be that at least one of the means is not equal to the other ones. Okay. Now, if we were to test the hypothesis with using a p-value, using an alpha of 0.05, we can see that the p-value is less than our alpha. So our p-value is less than 0.05. Okay, that means that we reject the null hypothesis, which means that we reject that the mean of all the groups are equal. So that means that at least one of the means is not equal. Okay. Um, so that means that the points given to quality, ease of use, price, and service, at least one of them is not equal to the other three. Okay, in the scale of 1 to 5, at least one of the quality attributes or product attributes differ from the other ones. Okay, so that's the analysis. That's Anova. That's how you perform Anova in